Hey there, my name is Brett Arubino. I currently serve as a student advisor on the Student Leadership Committee of Sigma Tau Delta. And in a few moments, you'll be hearing from some of our other wonderful student leaders who are going to be discussing our 2022 Common Reader, which is Dear Martin, written by Nic Stone. This week's question is looking specifically at the genre of Dear Martin, which is young adults or YA fiction, and why we read YA fiction at the collegiate level. Of course, we look forward to hearing your own thoughts about this question when you reply with a comment on this video. We hope you enjoy.
I think that there are a multitude of reasons to read young adult lit in college and once you are no longer considered a quote-unquote young adult. These books are oftentimes geared toward people in a time of their life that is full of change and uncertainty and questions about who you are and what you want to do and how to just be in the world and exist as a human being. And the themes of these books often reflect that. And I don't know about anybody else, but those kind of questions and fears did not all of a sudden magically go away when I graduated college, or when I graduated high school and went to college. So to continue to read about those is often just super entertaining and refreshing for me.
I think we should read young adult novels in college because typically the young adult novels are written and targeted specifically on societal or cultural shifts and things going on at the time. So especially if we're hoping for students to be able to go into the workplace and have an understanding of how things work around them, young adult novels typically cover those concepts that would allow them to have the tools necessary to do those things in addition to the classics.
When I think of a young adult novel, I think of a coming-of-age novel where the main character or main characters have to overcome certain obstacles or get through a tough time in order to find out who they truly are or where they're meant to be in life. As humans, I feel like we experience these sorts of things at many different points in our lives, not only when we're young adults. So I truly do believe that young adult novels continue to be relevant at all points in our lives and should continue to be read by people of all ages, especially college students.
In my opinion, it's really important for a college class to introduce students to literature from a variety of different sources, a lot of different genres and styles. YA novels are written for young adults, and most college students are just that. We were just gotten out of high school, 18 to 25-year-olds. I think that a good YA novel like Dear Martin can cover difficult and somewhat intense topics and material and portray them in a way that makes them simple and easy to understand and discuss.
Young adult books should be read at the college level because they offer unique perspectives that everyone can learn from to help us better understand one another. It's crucial for English majors, especially those embracing the writing and education paths, to understand the young adult audience and be able to communicate with them. Reading young adult novels at the college level and beyond connects older audiences to youth issues and provides them with tools and narratives to help address them. Also, many young adult novels provide the same level of enjoyment as other books at other age levels, so there's no real reason to restrict any age group from reading them.
Professors should absolutely include YA novels in their classes because the plots and characters are often very, very relatable and relevant to their students, allowing them to be even more invested in the story. Now, even though I am no longer the target demographic for this genre, I still find it comforting to read stories about characters who are going through these big changes in their life and come out on the other side and come out for the better. And specifically for education majors, reading YA novels will allow them to better help their future students because they will be able to create this library of recommendations and really build excitement around reading in the classroom.
YA novels should be read in college classes because they are just different ways of experiencing the world. So as new adults or adults in college, we can still learn from the stories and the themes that are targeted to young adults. And often many traditional college students aren't that far off in age or experience. So the stories that YA novels tell are still relevant because, just simply put, they tell stories about human beings or human nature. And ultimately, literature is often timeless and doesn't discriminate. So as an adolescent, I enjoyed reading classics, and now as an adult, I can still enjoy reading children's literature or YA literature, and still learn from them and be entertained by them.
One thing that I've always really liked about teaching English is that we teach a lot about the cultures that happen when the books are created. So it makes sense to teach young adult books in an English class because we teach culture. These books that the young adults are starting to read are going to impact the cultures for a long time and the current culture that we live in. It's important that we focus on their cultures and that we grow and adapt with them.